governance class. In today's governance class, we'll be looking at the general problems of Nigerian federalism. The problems of Nigerian federalism. The first problem we'll be looking at is revenue allocation. This is a peculiar problem confronting Nigerian federalism. There is a peculiar problem that confronts Nigerian federalism in designing adequate and acceptable means of allocating and sharing of revenue among the different tiers of government, the federal, the state, and the local government. And this has led to the creation of different revenue allocation commissions from 1946 to find a lasting solution to the problem of revenue allocation in the country. We have classes on the revenue allocation commissions. We equally have classes on revenue allocation and principles of revenue allocation. Please, you look through our previous videos to see more on these classes. So, revenue allocation is one of the major problems confronting Nigerian federalism. Another problem of Another problem is the problem of federal character. The problem of federal character. Non-adherence to the principle of federal character is another problem facing Nigerian federalism. People are no more given access. They are no more given equal access to the government posts and decision-making process due to favoritism and ethnicity. So another problem is the fact that people no longer adhere to the federal character. Compared to that of the minority group, the minority groups, we have Ijaw, Ishekiri, Nupe, Urobo, Edo, Ibibio, many ethnic groups. The larger number of ethnic groups are the minority groups, and the three major ethnic groups are what are now constitute the majority ethnic groups. So this has put fear in the minority groups, that fear of domination of majority groups in the minorities, in the minority group. So this is also one of the problems of Nigeria federalism. And also, another problem there in the fear of domination of minority group is the interest and the rights of the minorities is not fully represented and protected in the political system. Most of the people that are that are in the House of Representatives are from the majority groups, the Igbos, the Hausas, and the Igbos. And these minority groups, they are not fully represented and protected in the political system. And this is one of the problems of Nigeria's federalism. Another problem of Nigeria's federalism is the creation of states. The creation of states. This is a problem confronting Nigerian federalism, where many ethnic and regional groups exist. Each ethnic and regional group always demand for a state for the purpose of getting more revenue allocation, and this has caused controversies within the country. So, another problem that faces Nigeria federalism is the creation of states. Every ethnic and regional group, they want to have their own states. And this is so that they can get more revenue. And it has caused lots of problems in the country. So creation of states is one of the problems in Nigeria federalism. And the fact that we have diverse and multiple ethnic groups is another problem. Because every of these ethnic groups, they want to be represented in the political system of the country. They also want to be able to they also want to be involved in their own affairs. And so joining these groups together causes a lot of controversies within the country for creation of more states. The next problem of Nigerian federalism we'll be looking at is sharing of power. Sharing of power. The sharing and exercising of constitutional powers among the tiers of government is another problem of Nigerian federalism. So the sharing and exercising of constitutional power among the tiers of government is another problem of Nigeria federalism. So, what is the boundary of the powers of the federal government? What is the boundary of the powers of the state government? Where can the federal government legislate on? What part can the federal government not legislate on? So, the sharing and exercising of constitutional powers among the tiers of government is another problem of Nigeria federalism. Some of these powers are not properly defined, thereby creating confusion on which powers to be legislated on by the federal, the state, and the local governments. So this is one of the problems of Nigeria federalism. There is no clear separation. There is no clear separation of power. There is no clear limit on where the powers of the federal government cannot pass, where the powers of the state government cannot pass, where the federal government cannot legislate on, what the state government cannot legislate on, and where the local government cannot legislate on. And this is another problem of Nigeria's federalism. With this, we've come to the end of this class. In the course of this class, we looked at some of the general problems of Nigerian federalism. And I'll see you at the next class.